On the eve of the new year, the train to Beijing pulled into Harbin railway station as 1,000 people jostled at the gate, bound for 1,000 homes. The babble grew fierce. It was time. The time had come. Song helped River into his backpack and handed him their bag of snacks for the journey. One at a time, she loaded up the rest of their things. Small and large, several bags looped around each shoulder, the biggest one on her back, looming over her head. As the gate opened, she picked up the rice sacks she'd stuffed with winter clothes and cooking supplies, 2 in each hand, and shouted, "Follow me, son!" The mass of people surged, young people in their school tracksuits, rich people in shoes that had never touched the earth, retired people and other people who collected dust, working in the sun. And Song moved forward with the determination of a mule. The bags creaked around her, straining against their straps. Someone stepped on her heel, and she felt the pile of bags sway, and she leaned to the other side and willed them back into place. She made sure River was beside her, and there he was, as she knew he would be, hugging her side, grasping at her sleeve. "Stay with me," Song said anyway. And they fought through the gate and squeezed onto the escalator and spilled out onto the platform where the train waited and the tracks stretched clear to the setting sun. People dashed toward the open doors, shouting as they pushed their suitcases past Song, and she crouched and began to run too. A bag slipped down her shoulder, forcing her to run like she had one leg, lopsided. The pots tied to the bag clanged in warning. Making her way down the platform, she peered through the windows of the cars. She had booked their tickets 2 months ago, but with every migrant worker in China doing the same thing, the only tickets left had been for standing room on the slow train. It happened every year, like birds flying south and salmon swimming upstream. The nation's people heeded the call of the Spring Festival and flooded the railways and airways and highways by the millions to rejoin their families. Now, as Song searched for standing room, she saw only people, braced against armrests, sitting on suitcases, pressed back to back in the aisles. The conductor swung out of a doorway as Song passed. "All aboard! Everybody squeeze in!" he bellowed in Song's ear. And she stopped at the next car and shouted for River over the whistle of the train. "Quickly, get on!" she panted, looking up and down the platform. It was emptying, the last of the passengers pushing into the train. "Squeeze in! Squeeze in!" the conductor urged, pulling people into his car, herding them closer together. The train hissed and spat, and the conductor hollered, "If you want to make it home for the Spring Festival, for heaven's sake, squeeze! Otherwise you'll be left behind!" Song lunged for the nearest doorway. Setting one foot inside the car, she forced herself into a wall of bodies. "Make room, La! Make room, oh!" The bodies were warm and moist from simmering inside the train. Song pushed at them until they yielded, and she kept pushing until both of her feet and all of her bags were inside the train. She set down the rice sacks. "Come on, River! Your turn!" she puffed, sticking her hand through the doorway. River shook his head, staring at the people crammed in the train corridor, towing the edge of the doorway, and they blinked back at him like goldfish. The door sighed and began to slide shut. With a yelp, River sprang toward her, and she caught him by the elbows and pedaled backward, ignoring the gasps of the people behind her. "You're squeezing me to death!" someone snapped, pushing back at her with a sweaty forearm. Song whirled around, growling, "Then get out of my way!" "Ma, there's no room," River said, and Song shuffled her feet and shrank back. River pushed forward, but one foot remained stranded on the top step. The door bumped against his leg as it closed. It jerked open,